So good morning from a very cold Glencoe. It's -11 this morning and I'm just here for the sunrise, and I thought I'd get a nice classic spot because I haven't really got a good shot of this little location. So, and particularly with all this ice, it's been cold for quite a few days now, so all this ice has started to build up, which is fantastic. I've got the beast on this morning because it's so cold, and I've just getting some light on the top of the buckle here. So I'm going to grab a shot here and see what we get. So I'm going to talk you through the shot here. I've got my camera set up here, and what I've got is I've got this water. It's all frozen, but actually what I'm going to do is this waterfall here, this mini little waterfall here, and that's all frozen up, and I'm going to use the tail. So I'm going to use the tail of the waterfall as a leading line, and that's going to lead my eye up to the buckle here, which is just coming into sunlight just as the sun's rising, and I'm going to get a reflection of that colour in here. Because this area here is quite a little bland area, and I don't think I'm going to get much interest, but I've realised that because I'm going to get the light on the buckle itself, this is going to give me some colour in this little area here. So that's the shot. The sun's coming, I'm going to have to take the shot, so here we go. So because I'm using this ice here very close to the camera, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to manually focus here, just get that nice and sharp, and that's it about there. And then I'm going to focus stack, and then I'm going to manually focus a little bit further up here and then further up here, and that'll give me that focus stacking. Just because I'm so close here, I'm really going to struggle getting it nice and sharp. So what I've done is I've just come down the river a little bit, and I've passed the sort of main waterfall which everybody photographs, and I've come to this big waterfall here. And generally I don't have a very good shot of this, because generally I find it's a bit of a difficult shot. You kind of crowbar it in to fit the buckle, but it's quite nice today. There's nobody about. Usually it's about 6 deep about here just right now when it's weather like this, but there's nobody out, so it's given me that chance to just go and explore a little bit. And actually I've found a composition that actually works quite well. I'll talk you through it. So yeah, this waterfall here, and if you have a look at the waterfall, there's the buckle over to the left there. So what tends to happen is when you shoot this waterfall, it tends to veer your eye off to the right, so you tend to go that way instead of trying to go that way up to the buckle. So that is generally a bit of a problem. It leads the eye the wrong way. However, what I've done is I've come here a little bit more, and as you can see, that sun is coming around behind me. I need to be careful. You can see me waving there, look, so I need to be careful. So I might have to do a shot and then run out on the self timer. But what's happening is that light is just coming around me now, and that's going to start lighting this all up, and that will give me a great shot of making the actual key shot itself, the waterfall, rather than concentrating on the buckle itself. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and balance the shot, and I'm going to use half the buckle to the left and this mountain, which is Ben Akrelash, to the right, and put that in the middle of the shot, and therefore balance the shot and make the key element in this photograph the waterfall. So I'm going to get myself set up here, and I'm just going to let that light come round. So I've got a few more minutes, so it gives me a bit of time just to get some light on this, and then I think I'm going to slow it down and it should come for a great shot. Well, I am totally gutted. I think I'm going to cry. My 6 stopper's fallen off, and I've got a beautiful crack in it. So I'm absolutely gutted. I hadn't put the carriage on the camera, and I've knocked it off. And it was all snow apart from one little bit of rock, and my 6-stop filter is dead. I'm in mourning. It's my favourite filter. I'm in total mourning. 90 quid one of those are. Anyway, all I can do is have a cup of coffee, drown my sorrows, and I think I'll see if some of the mother-in-law's almond cake will cheer me up. It's nice. It's not working though. So I've moved down the other side of the river now, and I've got the bottom end of this waterfall, and I've always wanted to explore this area, but never had time because I've always had clients. And it's an absolute beauty. Just look at that. It's a fantastic shot, and definitely one I'm going to use again. With the ice coming down, it's just amazing. It is awe-inspiring. So again, it just shows you, go and have a wander around. Forget the classic shots sometimes, just around it is something just as stunning. And I'm absolutely delighted with this. So I'm going to shoot this, lots of foreground interest because the ice is coming off just round here, it's coming down here, and I'm going to use that as the foreground interest and work our way up, and it's just an absolute peach of a shot. It really is. I'm absolutely cock-a-hoot. So I'm going to talk you through the shot here in terms of composition, and what I've got is I've got this boulder in the foreground here, and with a 16 to 35mm lens on it, wide, in portrait orientation, it really does gives me some distortion and emphasises that foreground interest. And what's going to happen then is your eye is going to lead up over these waterfalls. They're all going to guide your eye through the shot, ending up onto the big waterfall at the top there. I need to be a bit careful about overexposing that area because that sun has got it, and I need to be cautious with the highlights, and I'm probably going to end up taking one shot up there and then one shot at the bottom there and splice the two together. I'm going to have to make a decision. That tree is in the shot, and do I cut that tree out or not? If I include it in the shot itself, then the problem is I'm going to keep all that blue boring sky, which I really don't want this time of year. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to crop that down. Look at the golden light. We are now about midday now in Glencoe, and because it's only February, the sun is so low in the sky that even now we're getting this beautiful golden light, and those sort of textures are looking fantastic with the mixed shadows through the trees. And I'm loving this shot. if I was going to be shooting the mountains now, if I go up to Ben Akralash in the background here, you can see that's just pure white, and that would be a really terrible, boring, dull shot and flat shot. But by moving my composition down a little bit, because I've got this mixed dappled light coming through the trees, it's giving me those textures again, which is just wonderful. So to make you all jealous, as I show you my beautiful drive back through Glencoe, thank you so much for watching. If you give me a thumbs up, I would be most appreciated. It lets me know that you're liking my videos and I'll carry on doing them. And if you want to write a comment below, just let me know which waterfall you preferred, the portrait orientation or the landscape. And if you can give me a subscribe, I'd be absolutely delighted. Thanks for watching. Well, it's not the worst I've landed it, but it's not the best. At least I can reach it.